and this is for everyone going the end of P2 because I think we're going to see struggle points here. So if we can avoid that, that'd be really crucial. Is having 3 stacks going into this last soak phase. So we're doing all this fine. We're getting last arrest. Oh no, wait, this is not the last arrest. Sorry. This is the last arrest coming up, and we get knocked and we've been perfectly safe here, and we make it to this point. The boss runs away and we're killing the last step. All this is great. We're perfectly on time for this. The main thing we have to make sure right here is how many stacks you have. So everyone needs to be at give or take the same amount of stacks. 3 is what you're looking for. And the reason for this is that, and if you're not at 3, you have to play differently. Because when we all step in these 2 puddles together, we all have to make sure we phase at the same time. So if you're at 8 stacks and you phase before everyone else and you run in with the group, then you will drop a puddle and kill the entire rest of the group. So if you're high stacks, you cannot go in with the rest of the group. You would probably try and go in over here towards these puddles that already exist. And then if you're super low stacks, like this warlock right now has 0 stacks, and I think I'm the hunter taking, or Zadubles, don't remember who the second person is, but you will have lower stacks, so you'll have to play around that in terms of your positioning, because we'll all walk in here, and maybe this is one of the warlocks, I don't know, but we'll count up really quick and all go down together, and it's super risky, so we have to be tight.
I think it's Pure Shield who's doing that bomb.
Oh yeah, that's right. I think you're right. Yeah, I think it is Pure. So just keep in mind that Pure. The whole thing of this was we'll drop and then we'll run straight through is the goal. That should be safe for us. He almost killed himself there, and we just run around and do the downstairs phase perfectly normal. Marge will have to do his upstairs phase, so we won't worry too much about that. But we just stand up. You watch your MRT. Again, please have this on your screen, and you'll go up when it says go up. Alright, simple as that. Going into P3, this is melee, just follow the boss. Boss goes to the edge, perfectly simple. You follow the condom player, same. The range will start on the skull marker. We did have these up last raid, and so we'll continue to have them up so you can see them. But this is actually for bomb soaks. So, bomb soaks come out, well, black hole comes out first. If you get a black hole, it does not mean you do not get any other mechanic. So you can still drop bombs. So what that means is if you're a black hole and you're a mage doing this, you still run with the group. If you're a mage who dropped a bomb, because we dropped the first bomb here on Skull, these are both mages. Let's say this is Scuttle's bomb. He did not get black hole. He can immediately go and pick up this bomb right away. He will actually just stay there. And the second mage would stay there and the rest of the group would soak here. If you're the mage right here that has the black hole, then you will have to position in with melee and get your bomb as soon as you drop it there. Positioning this hole is kind of irrelevant because it does go away, but we do min-max the positioning, and we just stand on the outer edge, and you make sure melee are just standing in the front edge right there. You don't need to stand like covering the tanks because we don't really want to move the boss. There's a frontal, so this should be super simple play, and all this is super normal. The rest is just we hide behind the pillar that March spawns. Key thing about pillars that I'll try to remind is if you're not moving from this pushback mechanic, there's a pushback mechanic that comes out when this animation comes out. If your character is not moving and receiving any pushback, you are safe. This line extends throughout the whole platform. You cannot see it the whole way across, but that's sort of the rule you can play by. So we will hide here and do this. This next part of the fight is literally going to be, I believe, the most difficult part of the fight in P3. And this is the overlap where we're going to be gating. So this is an MD coming out. We gate back to, this is, I believe, the line where we started. And so what we do here is we stack the infinite duresses on top of each other, and we MD. The main thing here is we have to personal, and we'll be dropping a group soak when we get to the other side. So there's a lot of big burst damage. Big hole goes out, I'll call for dispel. You pretty much cast it when this big hole spawns. I think it's on timer. And then we dispel and we all get knocked out. He didn't get knocked out, he fucked up, but he's a hunter, so he'll make it there. And they drop the black hole over here. Boop. And then you just walk out. So there's lots of movement. There's big healing CDs here, so it should cover it. And these next 2 bombs are the next mechanic that comes out. So baiting the next bombs are important. So this bomb will bait on Moon, and then the next bomb will bait on Star. 1, 2, they each get picked up by whoever's assigned, I don't remember who. And this black hole gets spell warded, and you just clear the pillars we just made for raid damage.
You want him to spell ward it still, even if he can immune it?
100% of the time. Yeah, you spell ward this one 100% of the time. It's super, super safe, and the hunters are going to immune the next one, and mages can just save their immune for who knows in the fight.
And that's already in
Um,
the note from Marge.
yeah, it's already in the note for Marge. So it's just, even though he does have turtle, and you're right, we could save it.
Yeah, but then he could use it to save himself at some point.
You mean the spell ward? Or are you talking about the hunter?
Oh. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the hunter himself. Yeah, so it's just gonna be way easier to play rather than Marge. Like, look at what the class is. Oh, it's a hunter. Oh, hunter's already turtle. He doesn't know, right? Shit like that. So you'll just spell word this player 100% of the time. It's super consistent. And then we do another hide mechanic, I believe. Hide mechanics are super free. This is dodge simulator. I even wrote this on our note planning sheet. You cannot get hit by puddles. Okay. Every time you go down in this phase, we get a raid ticking dot that does more damage. So we can't go down whenever we want, and so because of that, you cannot soak any extra puddles. Okay. If you soak extra puddles, it just ends up being a wipe. That's pretty much how it goes. It's a super important mechanic of this phase.
Are they still getting the next swirly at 6:34ish? Then that's when everyone goes down.
Yeah, everyone goes down at 6:34. That's right. So we're at 6:34 here. So this black hole is the hunter immune one, I think. And so hunters would have got the 2 bombs before this. Yeah, this will be a hunter. It's a warlock for them. They sacrifice him. Karm's not in here, but we're gonna try and put it right to the left of Skull. That will drop. Boom. The duress goes right to Skull, and we mass. This bomb bait is always super fucking chaotic. So the main thing about this bomb bait here is we try to get it on. Let me see if I can get it on. They're gonna try and bait on Moon and Star. You can see it comes right after the MD, or even the single dispel, so it's a little bit more chaotic. The main thing is just getting these bombs out. These bombs are then picked up by mages. So we'll just have Scuttle can pick up first, for example, and Fadmir can get second. And when that happens, their goal is to, he actually ice blocks it right here, is to pick it up so it doesn't start pulsing damage on everyone. Cool. This last part says find, I think it says find money, I assume that's a player, I have no idea, and go down. And what this means is we're all going to stack on the melee player with the condom on his head. So it'll be Same. And Same's job is to find us a puddle, right? So we're all going down together except Marge. The key to this part is you have to be over 5 stacks. You get 5 stacks per puddle. And so that can screw things up a little bit. Mages are already going down. Mages go down with the whole group with a bomb, so it's the same thing with them. But a good example is the hunters before who went down are going to have to soak an extra puddle to get to 5 stacks or more to be ready to go down. If you have 4 stacks, you don't go down. You'll stand in the puddle with us, and you'll immediately die because everyone will go down. And you'll get a 18 stack of the debuff. So we all have at least 6 or more. You get 5 per puddle drop. How else can you get debuffs? You can get them from standing in the big circle of the black hole and only get 1 extra debuff. There's none here, but you can see this throughout the whole phase, and it's super consistent. So we all stand on condom. Here it comes. We all go down together, and we're just putting our... I don't know if we drop a doo-doo puddle on this one.
I don't
Only
think
the
so.
bombs do.
Yeah.
Only bombs do? Okay, cool.
Yeah. The mages will have to.
Oh yeah, that's right, because we all get a bomb. Yeah, so mages will blink back over here, drop their bomb, and whatever. Again, getting the haste buff is really not very important in this phase, and not a major priority for us. It's really just about dropping your bomb in a good spot and then making sure you come up on time. He comes up. So one thing, if you are watching this VOD, he'll come up early here and he'll turtle the knockback. You can do that for the extra, global or 2, but you can also just wait for this MRT to run out, and it's perfectly safe. I don't think I would have wasted turtle here on this, but he did. When we do come up, the highest priority of thing you can ever do are interrupt these ads. Okay, if these ads get a cast off, it's pretty much a wipe. So you'll come up and you'll single target interrupt. He barely gets it. And then we're back on the boss on the edge. Black hole stands on the left. And we'll move to the right. And then to the middle. And then we just finish the fight in the middle here. We'll hide again. There'll be the single pillar up top for Marge, which is over there. There it is. And so we'll all stand back here. There's one bad overlap here at the end. I don't actually think he... Hurling Barrage. Oh, fuck me. Right here, I think, right? Where's the Hurling Barrage? Where did it come out? Right here. So hurling barrage is the things that spawn on the outside of the room and put a line through the group, right? So you have to move out with it. This will overlap. This comes out with the hide mechanic. How do you manage this? If the line, let me show you where the line is first, so we can see. So his line goes like this, right? So you can see there's a barrage right here on the left. This is a great example. It's on the tank, I think. Clearly, this does not go through. I don't know why the tank does this as well, so I wouldn't recommend this. But this is on a good angle to where, yes, if he stood in the group, obviously it will hit the group. He could easily just walk back and not hit the group at all, and it would be a super free mechanic. If the line is coming like too close to the line where you can't go back or forward to save your group, you literally have to kill yourself. Because the fight should be pretty much dead. So the tank actually just plays it super safe and goes out and dies with it. And the boss is dead. Worst case, we get one more duress into a black hole. We'd probably just dispel. We could even just gate this one, have a short gate, dispel gate, or just dispel and run back. But this is the last mechanic of the fight right here. These two mechanics.
Duress lasts a while too. We could probably just kill it without even dispelling it. Like it's like 20 seconds or something like that, right?
Is that? Oh, okay. Maybe, yeah, maybe.
They take a lot of damage if they die.
Do they?
Just get knocked, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We can feel it out, right? Like if we're super healthy and confident, that's great. There shouldn't be very much damage going out here from a healer perspective. So there's really only two things in P3 we're taking big healer damage from. That's that main interrupt, and I think it's the bombs with the mages going around that you take big interrupts because everyone's scattered and shit's fucked. So all your healing, it's like P1 in terms of healing. All your healing CDs get clumped into one little group, and that's how that's played.
The only other thing to heal is people messing up and getting high stacks.
Yeah, high stacks is a big issue that we really have to try and avoid because if you get high stacks and you can live with it, it's fine. Obviously, it's a more tax on the healers, which is bad. But getting high stacks, too high stacks, and you're going down is a big, big issue that will cause. I'm sure it will cause us wipes and people to get used to. But these puddles are just like Raz puddles on steroids in terms of importance. You just can't get hit by them. You'll just there's no recovering from it. It hurts the whole raid when you do, not just yourself, unfortunately. But yeah, that's sort of the rotation. So feel free to check out the Sark notes. I wrote it and put little time clips, or at least where you can find everything and where we're going, what we're doing. Just try and have like I would say just a very light memory of like, okay, the melee always go to the boss. That's super simple. But for ranged, which marks are we going to? Because this is bomb, black hole, step out to the right, and then it's... I don't remember what it is after that. I know we eventually go to the middle. Is it 2 more bombs? Oh no, we hide. That's right. After the hide, we go middle. Then we're emptying back to this gate. We're using this gate over here to empty back. And then we have another black hole, and then it's bombs for hunters. And then it's, so it's just that repeat and rotation. If you can hammer that in before tomorrow, this will save us a ton of pulls. And more than anything, is consistency. So we'll get consistent, and then we just need to see prog like every 2 or 3 pulls, and if we do that, we'll kill this pull. We'll kill this boss in the next. We have 60 pulls. We can easily kill it in, another 40 to 60 pulls if we have super clean ones. So cool. Does anyone have any questions or anything that they noticed that I missed or anything like that? If not, that's good. So this guy, actually right here, I'll touch on it right here. He noticed he's at 3 stacks, and his stacks are low compared to everyone else who's at 4, so he's going to try and jiggle and get a stack, and he doesn't actually manage to do it. But that's what he's trying to do, and he got picked with the black hole, so he gets an extra stack, so he's lucky. But yeah, that's it for tonight. Thanks for coming. If you have questions, let me know. But yeah, let's go and kill this boss, hopefully next week, I think. Get some really good pulls. All right.
Around what time does that gate come out with the double duress?
This double duress comes out. 5:03, 5 minutes.
Alright, and it's just from the middle of the room to where we started.
Yeah, exactly. Right to where we start the whole fight. And you'll see the timer on your note for the gate that pops up here as well as a friendly reminder right there. Personals as well, and I'll show you the gate as well.
For sure.
Right, I'll be right back.